What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Hardcore Mystics only action in Dungeon Defenders 2. So we're here on Chaos 6, the Crumbled Bulwark. We're at 4,300 champion score, so we got about 1,000 champion score to go. Let's go ahead and build this one out, see if we can't get things going here. Now, the Hex Throwers, of course, are the real deal in Chaos 6. There's just no doubt. So I want to kind of build everything thinking about avoiding the Hex Throwers at all costs. And any lanes that they come out of is just going to be some problems. Let's see. Let's put... let's go with a wall here. Basically, I want to give blockades as targets for the Hex Throwers, but I want to keep their line of sight in a position where the Hex Throwers are going to have to work a little to, to get to their objective. I'm a little worried about this lane. And the reason being is any Hex Throwers from that lane that throw at this wall are likely going to pierce and hit those as well. But let's see what we can do here. How do we want to do this? Let's go something like that. We'll put pylons in the middle. That's a little bit suspect, but... And then over here we want to do the same thing. We want to allow the enemies to be, to get hit right up front before they get in range of the wall. And, of course, the Hex Thrower target. Could probably... Yeah, we got so many, so much DU on this one. Might as well spread it around here. Well, let's see. We want to get some last resort in for the flyers. So let's just go something like that. Now, what else can we do downstairs? I feel like we could do something here to ease the pain a little bit. Why don't we go... Let's go something like that. I'm probably just tremendously overkilling things, but we will see. We got 90 DU left. We still don't have an obelisk down. Actually, I think I missed an obelisk on the last map. What else would we want? I mean, we could get a little bit more up front in with the flyers going like that, maybe. Alright, let's do that. We're going to dump all of our mana into our obelisk, and let's just see how wave 1 goes here. Mixed emotions on this one. It's tough to pick your map in Chaos 6 because of the Hex Throwers. The Hex Throwers will just ruin things. So we want stuff to be dying up front, but on the same note, we want to provide targets for the Hex Throwers. And that's why we've got those blockades in still, even though they're pretty much not doing much of anything. Here they come. Gobu Boom's still putting in some work. Alright, flyers are all dying. So far, so good. We're going to have to see how it runs. I think we may have the correct recipe in for the Hex Throwers. But how are we going to contend with, like, mini-bosses and what else that comes? We'll have to find out here. Pretty smooth sailing first wave, though. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade this stuff. Going to kind of do even upgrades to an extent. This stuff is getting a lot of action down on the bottom lane. get that in, and then what else? Well, I mean, I guess we can just upgrade everything. And still have a little bit of change left over here. Alright, let's let it fly again. I think this might work out. With that destruction and mass destruction double stack, of course we got all the power we need to get the job done here. And yeah, it seems to be going relatively smoothly. We'll go ahead and get an upgrade on that one too. This is a pretty good map to grind. You get clusters, of course, with it being a dungeon map. Which is always a, obviously it's not reroll tokens, but clusters is probably the second hottest item, as you'll eventually set up just so many relics in the game. But it's also just a map with really, really, really generous DU available. So you're able to really build it out however you want. Now, obviously, we've got massive limitations being Mystic only, but we're able to spam all this stuff around. What do we have? We got Quibbly. Now, Quibbly could actually end up taking shots at these towers. Hopefully not. We'll just stay ready to go for Quibbly here and keep an eye on the mini-map. I think that will probably be the recipe for success here. Hopefully. Might as well grab up some of this mana. See how old Quibs does. Looks like not going to take any shots at the towers. That's a good thing. You know, it's something at some point was changed with mob aggro and how ranged mobs particularly aggro onto defenses. I'm not really sure exactly when that changed. But there was a time where this would never have flown. Like every little ranged goblin, Quibbly, or whatever would have been bombing that stuff. Alright, I think we are good to just let it fly. So we'll spam one more round of upgrades wherever we got a boss. We've got a Drakenlord down below. Let's just pump what we can into those. And just let it fly here. Really, really smooth running so far, though. Yeah, see, there's that Hex Thrower range. Now, that's the benefit of line of sighting. The Hex Thrower took a shot at the wall from right here. But his projectile collided, so it never made it. They're not the smartest out there. They just have ridiculous range and are quite snipers. But you see, they're just throwing right into that little post here, which is saving the day. All right, we got a siege roller up top. Get this siege roller down. Alright, siege roller's down. The Drakenlord just got handled by the defenses, so it's all good there. And I think on that note, I will just spam in a little bit more down here. And let's see what we got. We got a Skelly, we got another Siege Roller, and we got Malthius. Our Dark Torment, little dagger throw, is just so powerful against the Siege Rollers. They're just completely a non-issue. It's kind of awesome. It just does really, really good against Rollers early game here. You know what's strange is I've made it this far into the game, and I still have not found a defense rate mod. Not one. It just seems kind of strange to me. Go ahead and Sparkle Party those off so I can get an opportunity on the Siege Roller there. Alright, we got Malthius, and then our Skelly, or all that's left. Both of those will probably just get wrecked on their own. Yeah, Malthius just got burned. I haven't looked at the gear. See, we're getting 1 out of 10 gear here. There's a 2 out of 10 piece. So there's a few pieces starting to get more upgrades, but it's just a matter of burning through it. I would say we've got 1,000 champion score to go. I would say that's probably going to take at least, like, I don't know, 5 more maps. It's definitely going to take me a minute. But let's go ahead and auto-collect everything up, and then we'll take a peek in Tavern here and see what that did for us. Alright, so we're at 4302. Nothing spectacular there. Let's go over to our mule and auto-equip. And it brought me up 100. So 4401, almost 100 anyway. So still have 900 more champion score to go. So it's going to be, like I said, I think it's going to be at least 5 or 6 more maps until we get to where we want to be. We finally got all our ascension into our defense rate and our crit chance. So that should help out quite a bit. And, yeah. Anyway, that is going to get it for this one. Thanks an absolute ton for hanging out. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful afternoon. I'm going to try to get through into Chaos 7 as quickly as possible here on this one. And might even, I got mixed emotions on whether I jump into survival and give it a whirl. But anyway, that will do it for now. Thanks a ton, and I will see you soon. Take it easy.